Get ready for the breaking news. We start with the USC versus Notre Dame rivalry. 6 months after things stalled, active negotiations have officially resumed between USC and Notre Dame to get that iconic rivalry back on the field. We have the details on who is willing to move the matchup earlier in the season and what the long-term possibilities look like for this storied contest. Stay with us for the full story.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we shift gears to the Alabama football landscape, as 5 players are poised for a massive breakout in the 2026 season. We are looking at players like Quinnen Williams, Tua Tagovailoa, and Devonta Smith who are ready to explode onto the scene. Find out which 5 candidates are showing major improvement and what their roles look like as the Crimson Tide approaches the season opener. We also have some deep dives into college football recruiting and past performance. We're looking back at the Louisville football recruiting class from 2021, examining the journey of players like Alderman, Banks, and the incredible production of defensive end Gillott. Discover how these commitments played out at Louisville and what their NFL futures look like. And finally, we have some major updates on the transfer portal and player movement. We're talking about how Lindsey Gottlieb reinforced a title contender and the surprising trajectory of players like Rico Scott and the development of linebacker Reese. Don't miss any of this action. Sign up for our free newsletter and follow us across all platforms for the latest news. USC and Notre Dame are actively engaged in negotiations to resume their storied football rivalry, marking a significant shift after a year of stalemate. Sources familiar with the discussions indicate a positive momentum, with Notre Dame reportedly willing to discuss playing earlier in the season, a point of contention previously. While the exact terms and schedule remain undecided, optimism is high regarding reaching a deal, though a meeting on the field could potentially be pushed to the 2030 season given future scheduling agreements. The negotiations followed a period of tension where USC sought an early start to the matchup, aligning with its non-conference schedule, while Notre Dame favored maintaining the traditional late-season slot. This dispute escalated through public relations exchanges, including comments from Notre Dame athletic director Pete Bevacqua suggesting the rivalry was in jeopardy. Previous talks had stalled after USC withdrew an offer following Notre Dame's negotiation with the college football playoff regarding a potential playoff berth for the Irish. USC coach Lincoln Riley had previously stated that the hiatus was due to Notre Dame not following through on their commitments. However, the renewed discussions suggest that the financial stakes involved are compelling enough to resume play. The feeling at both institutions is that the rivalry is destined to return. In separate sports news, USC baseball features Southpaw Mason Edwards on a strong trajectory, leading the nation in strikeouts and boasting an elite era among qualifying pitchers. While Edwards' total innings pitched are lower than historical greats like Mark Pryor, his performance per 9 innings suggests he is harder to hit than previous dominant pitchers. Meanwhile, USC men's basketball has finalized its 2026-27 roster, featuring additions like Joshua Hughes and Isaac Bruns. Other highlights include USC women's tennis achieving a significant season, securing a Big Ten regular season title, despite an early exit in the NCAA Super Regionals. USC baseball also recorded its best home record in program history. The publication also touches on broader cultural topics, including the recent Netflix docuseries, Trust Me, False Prophet, focusing on fundamentalist Mormons. Alabama football is gearing up for a significant resurgence in the 2026 season, with 5 key players poised for major individual breakthroughs. Following a trend seen in past seasons where former players rapidly ascended to stardom, the Crimson Tide enters the season opener against East Carolina in under 120 days. This report details the rising stars who could redefine the team's success. Morgan, a versatile defensive back, is expected to thrive in his increased playing time. He leverages his ability to play multiple positions, trusting the coaching staff's faith in his adaptability. Morgan aims to showcase his physicality and ability to cover top receivers. In the wide receiver core, Brooks is positioned to challenge for primary target share alongside Ryan Coleman-Williams. Following a strong showing in the college football playoff, Brooks demonstrated the ability to create separation and utilize the ball effectively, drawing praise from head coach Kalen DeBoer regarding his energy and connection with teammates. On the defensive line, London Simmons is a major prospect. Despite missing the spring window, Simmons showed significant promise as a true freshman, recording 19 tackles and being named to the freshman All-SEC team. His development as a depth piece has set the stage for a potential starting role. Defensive end Jeremiah Beeman is also highlighted as a breakout candidate, capitalizing on his performance as a freshman depth player and showing high potential for the upcoming campaign. Meanwhile, Edwards, a tight end, is expected to elevate his game further, modeling his play after George Kittle and demonstrating significant growth in his recent performances. Edwards is anticipated to have a much stronger second season. Reese, a linebacker, is another key figure. While his previous year saw limited appearances, his experience at the University of Alabama makes him a strong candidate to fill one of the linebacker vacancies, with his hard work and dedication noted by NFL Combine observers. These players represent the core of Alabama's potential breakout success in 2026, as the team prepares for the highly anticipated season ahead. The New York Times is inviting readers to engage with Stuart Mandle's college football mailbag. Mandle is seeking reader questions regarding college football, specifically mentioning the 76-team NCAA tournament to address reader concerns. Readers are encouraged to submit their questions, along with their city, to participate in the discussion. Louisville football's 2021 recruiting class presented a mixed bag following the up-and-down performance of the Scott Satterfield era. The Cardinals finished 2019 with an 8-5 record, earning Satterfield ACC Coach of the Year honors, but struggled the following year, finishing 4-7. After Satterfield moved to Cincinnati, the program transitioned under Jeff Brome. A detailed look at the 2021 class reveals varied outcomes for each signee. Inside linebacker Alderman showed immediate promise, logging 17 tackles as a true freshman and even recording a game-winning pick six. He established himself as a starter under Brome in 2023, becoming the fourth leading tackler for the team. Alderman subsequently entered the portal for a rotational role at Miami. Defensive tackle Banks had limited on-field action at Louisville, transferring to Florida where he became a top SEC interior lineman, ultimately earning a first-round NFL draft selection. Defensive end Brown saw limited playing time, logging only garbage time reps in his freshman year before transferring to Georgia State. Running back Cooley was an immediate offensive impact, rushing for 431 yards and scoring a touchdown in his first season. After 2 years at UFL, he moved to Georgia Tech and later transferred to Troy, though he did not play following a season-ending injury. Quarterback Demand transitioned from a JUCO commitment, taking on a larger role due to injury, posting a 3-1 record as a starter in 2023. He saw limited action as a senior. Defensive end Gillott emerged as the standout player of the class. Despite being the third lowest-ranked UFL commit, Gillott was an instant difference-maker, posting impressive stats as a true freshman and becoming a dominant edge rusher by his junior year. He earned first-team All-ACC honors and was selected in the third round of the 2025 NFL Draft by the Kansas City Chiefs. Offensive lineman Gonzalez established an efficient 4-year career, consistently playing in rotations and earning an All-ACC honorable mention for his blocking prowess. Wide receiver Huggins Bruce had a dynamic start, scoring 4 touchdowns as a freshman before becoming a rotational piece, though his production fluctuated. Linebacker Perry remains the only player from this class still active. After a quiet freshman year, he broke out in 2022 and was named starter in 2023. Although his production dipped in 2024, he secured a UDFA deal with the Green Bay Packers. The class also featured several players who transitioned quickly, including cornerback Franklin, who showed promise early on before moving on, and punter Vassett, who became a statistical powerhouse, setting a school record for punts in 2021. Overall, the 2021 class demonstrated both immediate impact players, like Gillott, and those who navigated the program's fluctuating fortunes through transfers and evolving roles.